looks like, oh, I've been looking forward to this set. We got Oro versus who was Oro? Papa Bean? Bean? Call me Bean. All right, Oro versus Bean. One of my favorite matchups. Love playing this. Love playing it on both sides. Play with my roommate a lot. Some other friends online. You know, Wrastor can do some really horrific things to Kragg, but then you mess up once. It's more of a show of your consistency than your peaks. So yeah, let's get right into it.
That's, you know, this is just a very simple thing, but good for Oro for not falling into the trap that a lot of low or like mid-level Wrastors fall into, which is throwing slipstream at your opponent every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it's once you know what their like preferred starting position is, like if you know they like to jump, you can jump, and that works fine. But you definitely do not want to just lob it at them game one of the set, because they could just parry it, and you've learned nothing except that they can react to you doing that, which, you know, you have to assume that they can anyway.
Yeah. If you're taking it seriously, you always got to assume that your opponent is going to be hyper competent, and you have to meet them there.
Does not wait out the tech. Second chance for life. That will do it though. Yeah, the sour spot on that move, when you're that high up, still very threatening.
Something noteworthy about Oro is he has a very clean little. He keeps it simple a lot. You won't see too many super flashy kill confirms coming out from Oro, but when he does land a good up air or a good forward air, he's usually really good about picking up on it with a smash attack or a sweet spot up B. He's just clean with it.
Yeah, he's just safe and consistent. You know, that's what you need in this matchup, more than being flashy. Like that's expected to die in that situation for Wrastor, right? Like sometimes you just get hit by a Kragg dash attack and you're condemned. But then being able to do that is what matters, right? Like being able to follow up on this stuff. Like you got some percent to work with. Okay, let's see. Like already 30%. Probably could have gotten a little bit more off that, to be honest. But, oh no, that was mega early.
Yeah. Also sent the message that maybe he won't be comfortable pairing those.
Oh, I gotta be careful. I think he wall jumped a little early, and his move didn't connect with the block.
Oro playing super responsible with that life lead. You kind of have to as Wrastor, because you really don't want to give Kragg players any mileage or momentum against you. Because again, you are a literal featherweight. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting the raw clap to come out there.
Yeah, sometimes you catch them off guard. Like, that's the thing, is that even if it's an easily DI-able move, if they're not expecting it, they're not going to be DIing perfectly.
Exactly. That's the #1 killer. Just if you're just playing neutral and you get hit by a random, really fast move, it's curtain sometimes.
Yep, let's get into game 2. Armada. Not surprised. Not surprised this wasn't banned, not surprised this was chosen. I mean, it's definitely, it enhances the stress level of this matchup, but if you're consistent, it should still come out. Like, you know, you could die off any of these. Like, that interaction, like, Oro probably could have. I mean, like...
If everything was perfect, it could have been perfect.
Still manages, even with the whip forward tilt, still manages to follow up.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those stages where it's mutually beneficial to both players, because Kragg has a bit more room to play around with his rock, and he can do down special from the top platform, and it's a little bit harder to deal with. But Wrastor also just has a lot more room to dance around with, playing around in the slipstream, keeping...
Oh, it's such an open stage, you know?
Gives a lot of space.
Interesting, I thought he was going for a back air there. It's the clap.
Hopefully he doesn't get too desperate though, because that will definitely put him in a rough spot.
Yeah, I mean, you can get your jump red one time and die as either of these characters together. Like, it just happens. But, yeah, great tech read.
And a great job. He really botched that first attempt at pairing rock, but now he's getting really consistent about it. And CallMeBeane really not giving into the pressure, just taking his time to chip away at Wrastor's fragile percent counter and
absolutely
take time. Because, you know, at a certain point, they'll die to anything.
Yeah, I could have seen Oro dying right there actually, but he did. I think I saw a Bean not hitting that flat drop. But you know, that's some decent extra credit for Oro.
That could be it.
Oh, that man. If that up air had been falling instead of rising,
That would have been it. It would have been curtains.
oh,
But
great air dodge.
CallMeBeane definitely showed. It's really hard to have perfect disadvantage against Wrastor, but so far CallMeBeane has been doing a really good job making sure that any hit Oro does have is at least minimum damage.
This doesn't have to kill though, is the thing. Oro's another shot. Bean could easily take, like, at this point, like, Oro can't have it anymore. This is where that consistency I was talking about comes in. Because, like, if Oro makes a mistake, he's just gonna be, okay, see, like, this is where that consistency matters a lot more than just being able to do cool flashy stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're killing them early with cool flashy stuff, and then they're killing you early because you're just, like, messing up, it's almost, you know, it's not even that good, and, like, sometimes you'll die in the wrong situation. Backwards nair is a great follow-up in that situation. Oh, could have gotten a lot off of that if he had...
Yeah, if it was just ready to follow up. This isn't very good for Oro because I think a lot of the saving grace he's had in this matchup is that he's had a good lead over CallMeBeane, but so far
holds out once.
Like
That's the thing with Wrastor. Yeah, you hold out once at the wrong time. That's what I mean, but you can't make mistakes. Like it can you can die to anything at any
You're just
time.
not allowed to.
Yeah.
But CallMeBeane also making sure he doesn't make too many mistakes. As a Kragg player, it's easier to live with your mistakes.
Oh, of course.
But something he's going to have to do is adjust to how Oro is so consistent at parrying down B, maybe doing it at oddball times or like when he's in the air so he can't do it. Oh.
Wow.
That's Wrastor, baby.
Fantastic, yeah. That's a great... See, like, just like you were saying, having that lead early is actually how Oro's been getting by, so... Taking that right away is going to do a lot for him, but he has to not die right here. He has to not die right here! Oh, dude! Yeah,
It's like you were saying.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, this doesn't really benefit Oro that much. Like, yeah, sure, 35%, but, like, if you played in a way, maybe he doesn't get that first kill, but he gets, like, 70%, and then he doesn't die like that, it's going to be better. You want the consistency.
I gotta say, I really appreciate these players being good paid actors for us, just doing exactly what we were talking about in, like, a timely fashion. You can't get surfaces like this anywhere else, folks.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, I noticed Wheelie, or Bean, sorry, these Kraggs are, all Kraggs are the same person to me, I guess. Like, Oro's catching him, okay, I thought, even at 30%, yeah. I'm just still worried about this, but Oro's catching him a lot with these, slipstream dash attacks off platform. Oh man, this could be, okay, this one. If this percent, it's enough to just batter Kragg away. Keeping that lead. Has to not, yeah, I mean, once again, as usual, Oro just has to not die, like, right here.
Just has to keep up this has to be responsible. Be a good little bird and don't throw your life away.
Like, Oro can definitely just win this game, but it's like, he has to not just get 3 hit and die. This could be it.
He's clean with it, what can I say? That was a lot of DI mix-ups there, so you can't even get mad at Bean for doing that because Oro landed a lot of those mix-up hits of down air right there. Just pulled him back in, catching his DI out.
Yeah.
Taking it to Rockwall.
I can definitely see, like, Oro's made a couple of mistakes in this stage, just like something like Spirit Tree, which I assume is banned. You know, this makes it a little bit more high pressure, like, mistakes cost a little bit more for Oro. So.
This is, yeah, I was just about to say, this is a super good pick for CallMeBeane because if he's dying really early to a lot of these Wrastor combos anyway, regardless of the stage, making sure Oro can't make as many mistakes to begin with, it's just a purely beneficial stage for him.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with up smashing your rock in neutral, but hey.
I mean, you saw on the last stage, like, Oro was killing, that's a, treetop is a pretty high ceiling, and Oro was still just killing, like, off, you know, off first interaction there, so it doesn't really make as much of a difference for him, but being with the early lead, which, you know, haven't seen yet, actually, so we'll see how Oro plays in a deficit, but
Yeah, Beane definitely taking a commanding lead in this in this game. It's almost like watching two completely different plays, because right now Oro is super afraid to take any extra credit, as you should be, but that could be it. Barely missing the third up air there.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like once you can't go in and play your game anymore, it's gonna put you at a disadvantage.
The hitbox extension on the rock, that was very good.
Okay. Okay.
This is definitely that big stress percent for Kragg, because he's so heavy, he won't... It's still gonna be a while before he dies to any stray hits like that, but...
Oh, yeah, what a good read. Still quite an uphill climb. I would probably, if I were Oro, use this to like download data on what your opponent will do in certain situations. I mean, it's doable because you're Wrastor, right? But like, once again, consistency, like... He's allowed to make 3 mistakes, and he's going to take 2 stocks.
Maybe just 1 mistake there.
Well, no, he made 3. He got hit by the forward air, he got hit by the straight forward air, then he got hit by the rock shards, then he got up smash. He made 3 mistakes and died. Like,
yo, you were right.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, dude. It's a brutal matchup. But it will be game 5. We are going to Tempest for some reason. This means Oro, I mean... Comfort stage for a lot of people. An uncomfort stage for even more people.
It's a mental game.
Yeah, you only take a Kragg here if you really know what you're doing. Oh, that was a disgusting down.
That could have been so bad.
Okay.
Just chipping away at the Kragg.
It doesn't get caught there. That's important. If you can get that combo and then, it fails, and then you get out without getting caught by that up air, really good. Still getting mileage off of these platform dash attacks.
Yeah, something CallMeBeane is doing that I've definitely implemented a lot is... I'm getting a bit echo. Anyway.
Okay.
I'll wait up. Let me figure it out. How's this? That's good now. Anyway, as I was saying is, CallMeBeane doing something that I think is super good, especially against a lot of Wrastors, is he's been just jabbing the slipstream out of the air a lot.
Yeah, it's really good to have a plan for that. Like, even if you don't want to commit to carrying it, that clap. I don't know about that clap, dude. Like, sometimes you just have to cut your losses, and that's something that playing Shovel Knight taught me a lot, because sometimes, you overextend, like, you kind of drop the combo, but you don't want to believe it's dropped, and you just keep going. Sometimes you'll die for that, but with Shovel Knight, you're always incentivized to just take the gem. But more characters need to be doing that, just, like, acknowledging when they've lost it, and not push their luck. Oh, this could be...
You can still definitely tell that Oro is feeling the pressure, and just there has been a lot of mental exhaust here, because he's been throwing the slipstream directly at CallMeBeane a lot more consistently, and even regardless of being parried, he's been dropping a lot of support. That was an excellent.
This is the lead he needs. So this is, I would say now it's winnable for. It's definitively winnable for Oro. He's got to play this right.
Excellent patience on that edge guard situation. More.
Just a little extra credit would be all he needs. That roll was so unfortunate. I think he wanted a dash attack or something. Swings could have gotten 10% off of. Yeah, I don't know if 32 is enough to like really...
Ooh, this could be it.
He could just kill it.
Could be the extra credit needs.
Oh no. You're dead for that, buddy.
That had to have been a misinput, right? That was such a... It was either a Hail Mary throw or...
This will do it. Yeah, that's set.
Excellent showing from CallMeBeane too as well. Just
Yo, Bagel. So the idea is that Rivals Recess is a weekly, and the winners are entered into the Invitational. So for a season of 8 weeks, you get 8 competitors, and we play a top 8 bracket. A top 8 of all of the season, right?
With fantabulous prizes. I don't actually know what the prizes are. I know there's something. There used to be skins you could win.
Winners of RRC fight to make money. I understand now, yeah.
Yeah,
Why use many word when few word do trick?
exactly.
Yes. And this is like the true like graduation, I guess.